Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
T-Luv, T-Luv, Tom. T-Luv, T-Luv, Tom. T-Luv, T-Luv, Tom. T-Luv, T-Luv, Tom. T-Love, T-Love, Tom. T-Love, T-Love, Tom. Don't grab that cheap-ass vodka in the bathroom. Don't grab that cheap-ass vodka. You're about to be entertained by that boy, that dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's yours truly, T-Luv, Blakonstantine in the building. You know what? I was just saying, Blakonstantine, I cannot have any cursing in the first 2 minutes of the show, and the intro got cursing in it. So that's a red flag right there. I'm gonna have to change that intro because yeah, it's kind of a red flag when you have cursing or when you smoke in the first couple of minutes of the algorithm. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We up in the building. Yours truly, Mr. T-Luv, T-Luv Talks Podcast. I got the homie Blakonstantine in the building. Go ahead and say what's up, Blakonstantine. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Just dealing with this here, man. This storm is supposed to be coming through here, so
yeah. We already know. Yeah, man, you the abominable snowman out there, out in that jurisdiction. You ain't got nothing to worry about, man. You ain't got nothing to worry about, dog. Yeah. So we got a good show for y'all tonight, man. We got a topic for you guys, and I want you guys on YouTube to ask questions. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to chime in. We got Ivan Howard in the building says, my guys, what's up? Big dog Ivan Howard in the building. Hey, brother, appreciate you being here in the chat, man. Everybody that's been rocking with me and Constantine for, we've been doing this for a while now, man. So everybody that's been rocking with us, we really appreciate you sticking through the grind with the two. So, but again, this topic tonight, you see it at the screen down there at the bottom right there. Last of a dying breed. Last of a dying breed. And this conversation, it needs to occur. It needs to occur, Constantine. There are so many red flags with men in our society today. And me and my brother, we stand here before you with the heart and minds of champions of masculine men, not afraid and not scared to tell you really what's going on.
right.
We gotta be advocates of how should I say this? Affirming. We have to be advocates of structure and things that feel right to men, which are this thing we hold so dearly called masculinity. We hold it so dearly to our heart, we call it masculinity. So again, man, I don't know, bro. We can go so many levels with this, man. Like so many levels, so many conversations to be had, understanding what it means to be a part of this crew of the last of a dying breed, man. It's powerful, man. It feels good, man. How does it feel, Constantine, walking amongst men that are soft all day, walking amongst men that tuck their tails to their women? How does it feel, bro, having a sense of knowing that you ain't going for the bullshit, dog? How does that feel?
That feels good, man. It feels real good, and even feels better
Uh,
'cause, like I'm just being myself. But most men, when they get a wife or a girlfriend, they can't be themselves, man. They can't. They only can be themselves when they in the garage with their phone or in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And with speaking on the phone. But outside of that vehicle, when they go in the house, it's a whole nother man. So it's good that I could be, you know, at the bottom anywhere in my house, and I could be myself. I ain't gotta, what I'm saying? It's like almost like back in the day when niggas had to be a certain way when you had, what I'm saying, your parents, that type of thing. That's what it feels like with these guys, man. They gotta like change up. It's like their counterpart becomes like a mother, and they go back in the time like when you couldn't say shit in front of your mother, you couldn't curse in front of
facts.
your mother. So they go back into those times, and they kind of live double lives in a sense. You one way with your homies, and you one way with your wife. You can't speak your mind. So that's bad.
Well, we know that everybody code switch from time to time, but it's like certain aspects of masculinity you can't code switch. You shouldn't code switch. It should be an abomination to code switch. Like, I mean, I just feel like whatever conversation you have in a masculine frame with, whether it's a co-worker, whether it's a lady friend, like you should keep that same masculine frame, man. Like I don't know, man. It's real weird, man. It feel like, to me, what it feels like, and I want to stop rambling so much. I want to get to some of these topics I got. It feels like guys are fragmenting themselves so thin.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It feels like that's why we're losing those old school men like our grandfathers. You know what I mean? Because it seemed like those men back then, they had a direct focus. The focus was to earn, survive the best way you could survive. And I think nowadays, with so many distractions in the world, so many of and it's crazy to say because like the freedoms of the world allow us to be kind of scattered. And I'm saying that as far as um our women, you know what I mean? Like with their freedoms, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible without going over anybody's head. Like those men could focus on building their families, building their households without all the outside distractions of social media, without all the outside distractions of um, this loudmouth, sister down the street, in my ear, or in her ear, excuse me. Because again, back then, I believe it was more of a sense of women checking women. You know what I mean? Older women giving better advice. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get off of the last of a dying breed. I'm just making some correlations of why and how this change has shifted over the years. Looking back at our grandfathers and how they conducted themselves as strong, dominant forces. You know what I mean? It's I'm never leaving it. You may not like me for it. You may not appreciate me for it, but I'm never going to leave that dominant energy that I feel like I said one of my quotes, dog, masculinity. And I want to keep talking, keeping the subject topic from you, bro. But I
yeah.
feel like nature is inspired by masculinity. T-Luv, baby. T-Luv, baby. T-Luv, baby.
Yes,
You
sir.
feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But nah, though, man. Like, what are some of the things, bro? You feel like men spread themselves, like they fragment themselves to where they lose, a part of their dominance in this world. Like, what are some things that men do to like lose themselves, man? I know a lot of these guys, they get caught up with certain women that take them out of their frame. But like, can you give me some examples, some things that guys just, I mean, like these guys just they fragment themselves. I mean, I have a lot of things in my head, man. It's so many, man.
I say go back to what I was saying, man. It's like that's part of being fragmented when you can't really speak your mind. So that's what that's part of it. That's where it starts.
Yeah, I mean, people pleasing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You
People
basically,
pleasing,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah. You basically want to do. You know what I'm saying? They live in a double life in a sense. One, like I said again, you fragment your personality because the things that you saying to me on the phone, you're not gonna say to your wife, which is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you on eggshells. So basically, these guys live that life all the time, and then only way they can really be, to try to like, they really want to be a guy like us, but they can't. You see what I'm saying? So what they do is they'll hide it. I haven't got some partners, man. They just you don't even hear from them because what they'll do is the new thing is if people just start sending reels to you. They can't even have conversations. They just basically just what I mean, to connect with you through reels.
Man, people, I believe, man, people don't, or should I say guys? I'm gonna speak about guys. I'm gonna talk about guys right now. They people please too often, and what it does is it stops you from being able to lock in on what you got to do to get to the next level of where you're trying to go. So that's another part of that fragmenting yourself, thin all over the place. That's another part of being the last of the dying breed. Like men in the olden days, man, they ain't worried about what this person, that person saying and how they moving and operating. Nah, you locked in on your household and what you've been taught by your elders, the best way to maintain, your environment, what you got control over. And I mean, nowadays, bro, it's like, I mean, men just they give it up. They give up the rites of passage of being able to pay the cost to be the boss, to cohabitate and 50-50. And, and I think that's another thing too, man, when you're talking about last of a dying breed,
Right.
those men back in the day.
Like, yeah, they can't do that, man. I mean, to be real, it's like they can't do that. And yeah.
Can't
Man,
pay the cost to
those
be the
men back in
boss.
the day, those men back in the day with that, and then they try to be like, okay, they always related to like, okay, well, the woman can't be like back in the day because they not gonna sit up there and take the whoopings, and they correlating to the whoopings. A lot of those men back there were aggressive, and the women knew better. They instilled a certain respect through fear, I guess, and not all men, but some men were just the woman knew better, as far as like how to talk to a man and how to deal with a man. But they equate that to them being locked in. I mean, they equate that to men being too aggressive, and then these women, they said they're not gonna be like how their mothers were, and it started with our generations or how they seen auntie. They're not gonna listen to auntie no more, and they're gonna take an aggressive stance on their husbands, and that's why it's the way it is. And most men, they can't accept that. They can't, like, what I'm saying, live without a woman, literally without living with a woman, so to speak.
Right.
So that's where that comes in. So it's like, and a lot of that is through religion and lack of income. Those are two. Those are the two things that'll where you can't be the type of men we are. You have to have your lack of income and your lack of your lack of income, your lack of your manhood. Therefore, you don't have the income, you don't have the confidence, and you will never get to a certain stage because you won't say these things to your lady in fear of losing your lady, even though it might be something you want her to do, and it might be something on your mind. But it's like, damn, if she do this, we know people of ours that they're afraid their wife gonna box them. That should be your last. You know what I'm saying? Your last thing of thinking, damn, if I say this to my girl, she gonna box me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's like, if she in the hell with me, that should be the last thing you're thinking of. So it's like now we in a whole nother level where like these guys are the roles are flipped. Like your woman should be afraid of you boxing her, really. Not trying to say it's the right thing, but hey, if she do, these women had like, hey, they knew like I can't do this, and they basically controlling everything based on fear. Based on fear, we can go on and on. The men are supposed to instill the sort of respect, not fear, but respect. Like as a man, the presence of a man, that's what he do. He instill respect. So that's from mankind and women included. Like if
Yeah.
I'm seeing you, gonna know I'm there. You see what I'm saying? But regardless of how many men is there, and most guys they don't. It's not a lot of that no more. Most of these men like myself are dead or in jail. So we're last of a dying breed for sure. Because these guys is like, you know, guys like me might be coming out of prison or I didn't make it out of prison or just didn't make it through the times. So that's why you have this, man. And it's bad. It's
Man.
real out here. It's bad. You gotta put ISIS on some of you niggas, man. Some of you guys need to call ISIS to get you niggas it need to be a thing for these men, and you put ISIS on these guys, man, because you're not being a man. Some of these men I'm seeing they're putting man caves in their garage and shit, because they can't really, intertwine. Like, okay, if you're like paying these bills, I know men that pay bills and still don't have a place in their house where they can be, what I'm saying, if they like to smoke or they like to drink, they can't even do that. But you paying rent there, so you out in the cold or you out, what I'm saying, you can't even figure it out. So it's
Man,
crazy.
I want these young guys to really understand what it means to be the last of a dying breed, man. You really got to be comfortable with it, man. For the guys that are still walking in that energy, man, salute to y'all, man, because it's only a few of us out here, man. It's only a few of us out here.
Yep.
I says transparency and lack thereof. Yeah, man. I mean, like, and that's true because, and I understand what he's saying, and more of these conversations need to be had because a lot of you guys don't know that y'all are really garbage as hell, bro. And the way you moving is completely soft, dog. Like, so this episode is to kind of punch you in the face and punch you in the chest, guys, and also it's for the guys that are actually walking the walk and talking the talk, and you know, and me and Constantine letting y'all know it's okay to be comfortable with being a masculine man. You gonna get all the kitty cat anyway, so don't worry about that. A lot of y'all be worried about losing chicks and this sort of thing, but at the end of the day, us who keep that frame of really not giving a, you know what, we gon' supersede what you're doing anyway, because if you don't know by now, women do not like weak men. So for you guys that are in these relationships with these, you know, alpha wives and alpha girlfriends, and you sitting up here trying to dance around her all day and do cartwheels and backflips and store runs to make her happy. bro, all you doing is adding age on to your life. Take it from me, 10, the educated nigga.
Yeah.
That's my new alternate.
You know what I'm saying? Looking, you know, like you look underneath your age, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing right, if you got it, but it's like you see a lot of men once they start having kids with these women, that really messes them up as well. Because once you have kids with women with the finances, it's incredible.
Spread yourself thin, man.
Incredible. So you really fragmented and you
I've
really
been impregnating these girls if you broke, my G. That's not masculine. You're not you're not setting yourself up for success that way. Nah, you
right.
make a great point, bro. You make a great point.
Yeah, when you have kids and families with these women, and now you in there, and now you have a whole nother fear of damn. Um, you know, you're not in a situation with some men. Very few men can leave a situation and be like, you know what, I'm gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying, I handle this situation financially with these kids, and so you can have a peace of mind and go elsewhere. See what I'm saying? So even if that's all I'm saying, if you're having kids, you should at least have enough income. So if things go wrong, you need to have a sanctuary, like so to speak. So say if I was in that situation, I would at least would have to have me enough income or a place where I can go to clear my head. You should be able to have that in your own residence as well. If you don't have that, I'm talking about for you niggas that's in apartments and shit like that. With a family, you shouldn't be in an apartment with a family. First of all, so you have to plan ahead. These kids are something that need to be planned. That's what that's saying. So a lot of guys I do the same thing, far as with me having sex with women. So it's like, hey, if I realize what's going on, I'm gonna pull out. You see what I'm saying? It's so hard for you guys to do that because at the time I'm thinking about a financial. What's going to be the outcome for me? I'm not going to have, you know what I'm saying, $40,000 on my neck and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I like to do. I don't want to put $40,000 on children, so to each his own. So we have our, you know what I mean, our own preferences and what we like to do. And if you're miserable, it's because you made your own bed and it's something that you guys wanted to do. And now I'm the bad guy because I chose this, or I'm this and this. The insults, it goes on. And the more we go through this life, you're going to see wrinkles develop. You're going to see things happen to men, and the reasoning for the aging and the reasoning for the unhealthiness and the lack of healthiness and the lack of ability to do push-ups. All of these things, it's going to affect you, man. You're not going to be able to progress. You're not going to be able to keep a consistent life. You're not, like, say you might build up momentum and then you're in so much of a bind in your situation. Now you can't regroup or keep a regimen with life to keep you, you know what I'm saying? And we live in a whole nother world right here where for you to have things, you had to play for keeps. And one
Mm-hmm.
that family life ain't no plan for keeps. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because now you got a family, you got to take care of a whole family. And I don't think these people think this out. And that's where, manhood gets cut in half because he's no longer the breadwinner. He's he has to be a babysitter. And pretty much, you know what I'm saying? It's sad, to see the conditions because we really want how we were put here on earth, originally is to multiply, you know what I'm saying? And then, it's going to cost for you to multiply. The cost of living, it's had actually I would say, shit, 100 times more from 1988, from 1988, since I can remember to we got 2008. That was a whole nother time where it was like, okay, it was still reasonable. Then you left to 2008 to 2018, right?
Right.
And the super inflation from the pandemic to now. So now we're at the point where roughly each kid is going to run you 35 to 50,000 per kid, and that's if the kid is living just a I would just say a regular life. I'm not talking about karate classes and all those other things. I'm just saying it's a regular life with no activities, no sporting events, no football pads, and whatever things that you got to pay for. So just keep that in mind. And these are the things that I was mindful of. I'm just giving you a timeline of
Right.
how I chronologically look at it. So, for those, and like I said, I tell you, I would tell young men not to do it, man, unless you know what I'm saying, you making a lot of fucking money. You got to make a lot of fucking money so you can have a great lifestyle for you and your family. I ain't talking $50,000 a year. So if you're making that, and then that kid is taking like 35 to 40 out of that, he left with $10,000 after that. And that's just a basic life for one kid, and you and one kid. So you better hope the other woman makes another 40 or 50, then to help you out, which is not happening. That's a whole nother subject with the women, you know what I'm saying, and the finances of the black family. So
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot of thoughts come to place, man, when we having this conversation like this, man. And something I thought about, man, with a lot of guys nowadays with relationships, and just piggybacking off of what you said, they dive in, and a lot of these women that they dive into these relationships with have had 13 lives already. And for some of these guys in these relationships, man, you diving in with these young ladies, man, they done had 13 lives, dog. You ain't lived one life good, man.
yeah,
And when you put yourself in a situation like that and you don't conquer what it is to be a man and conquer what it is to live in an abundance mindset where you can just build your life and have options, it I mean, it really it boggles me. It boggles me of how we being raised and how we being taught and how fast things are moving. And as fast as things are moving, Constantine, we got to get the information out just as swiftly to the young men and to these guys. And that's what we here for. That's what we here for. So this whole podcast, because I swore I told Constantine I was going to produce a show and put a show together, but god damn it, this is a rant. This is a rant show. Last of a dying breed. Why not make it a rant show? Last of a dying breed.
yo,
I'm going to get a lot of clips out of this topic right here. Y'all looking at the educated nigga, 10. The educated nigga, 10. I'm going to give it to you as raw and as real, as uncut as I got to give it to you.
realest women love it like that. You know what I mean? The realest
I gotta be raw with this shit, man, because a lot of y'all be pussyfooting around. And again, this a lot of you guys are walking around in high heels, man, and not, steel toes, dog.
Hey,
Like your mentality is of of high heels. That's you niggas had a mentality of high heels, man.
like I say, to go, to expound more on it is like we know men that, so I keep talking about income, but if you ain't got the mindset behind the income, it don't mean anything because we know men that make a lot of money and make, we talk about this like have his other families involved where there's not even his kids. He'll marry a woman that, what I'm saying, kids could be older, not little, just older, and still he'll take care of that family. The woman will manipulate him to take care of her and the family, even though these kids are a certain age. It don't matter the age, but it do matter in a lot of circumstances. So like when you I don't know, man, I think these guys, man, these guys got me on roots or something out here, man. It's so bad for a lot of you men. I just want to try to say, hey man, maybe these guys is on roots because there's no way, I can see it happening like that. If I'm making money, you know what I'm saying? And and I can't really,
Yeah, some people just don't deserve second chances, dog. Like, I mean, society is big on giving second chances, and really, that's a bunch of bullshit. Sometimes people don't deserve a second chance. Sometimes people have it so good in life, they do so well, and when they fuck up, they just need to be on their asses. Like,
yeah,
seriously, bro. Like, I'm dead ass serious, man. Like, because this information that we giving out this year, man, coming through on the T-Luv Talks podcast, we're gonna have language as well this year with Blakonstantine. We gonna be raw and uncut with a lot of you guys, man, because we went hard over the years on the ladies, and at the end of the day, a lot of you guys prove that some of the buffoonery behavior and some of the how can you say uh I just say foolishness that's been going on over since COVID and beyond, the changes in society with our women. You guys were co-signing a lot of this shit. You know what I mean? So, and especially, oh boy, I could just go on and on, man. Especially these married guys who wife be on Facebook with their titties out, man. That shit there for me is like, I
yeah,
will I will knock your wife off, boy. You just don't know, boy. She got all of her titties out on Facebook. Like for
yeah,
real, dog.
yeah. Just man,
They
that's
should know that too. Like, and I ain't afraid to say that. She will get knocked off,
and
dog. You
so when
don't
I've seen some
you don't
situations,
have control
yeah,
over her. You can't keep her titties put up, dog, then she'll get smashed out here by the wolves out here and the lions. See, that will happen, dog.
right. And then the
Y'all,
thing was when
y'all
you see it like that is they want that
bad when
attention.
somebody in her inbox. I'm sorry, what's that, Constantine?
Guys that if you want that attention, that's why they're doing that
Yeah, of course they want the attention.
of
You
another man.
know,
So that's all you gonna get. So it's two things that cause that. A lot of times that causes that. The number one thing is income. So you
yep.
get with these women, and then man, don't be getting serious relationship with these women, man. If you scraping, dog, and that's facts. So I don't been in, the man that the clean up man in a lot of those situations because I could just be me. I don't have to necessarily have to spend no money. It's just being me. This guy that you see here, you see, it's just being a man, and that's why it just comes because I come from a time where all the men, 80% of the men, were just alphas and just handle women a certain way without beating on them, just being, what I mean, get them to do stuff without having to hit on them or verbally abuse them and stuff like that. So a lot of you guys can't get a woman to do anything without verbally abusing them or manipulating them or drinking them or getting them to get drunk or whatnot or inebriated. So that's another thing. So that's bad for you guys because you're not making enough. So what happens is these women, they go on there, they want to see a man that's doing well for himself, and that's what that is. They want to attract a man that's doing well because a lot of times a man is not doing well. You wear a house in it, and it's not enough to really cover things. You wear a house in it, and you know what I mean. It's not paying enough. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you don't really want to get into a serious relationship, bro. When that happens, you gotta unfortunately regroup, then get back because these women are gonna require certain things when you're in a relationship. You guys don't know how to you're not good with finances and stuff like that, man. Budgeting your money. You niggas won't get zips and get a bunch of zips and spend $200 on the zip, which your check is $500. So, and then the rest, you got to pay bills and shit, and then then you got car notes and other shit to try to pay with that. What's left with that? That's why your ladies don't like it. She's on Facebook dating, Facebook dating and shit like that, Bad.
Yeah. Hey man, y'all go ahead and smash that like button, man. It's yours truly, Mr. T-Luv, T-Luv Talks Podcast. Having a good time with my brother Blakonstantine. We back on the airways with the T-Luv Talk show, man. This is our second show this year. we will be doing the show every week, so y'all stay tuned in. It's gonna be a weekend show. We lining up the weekend show.
Yeah.
But me and my brother, we will be coming on. I will be producing shows, having some clips for y'all. But we had to again come on tonight, get this information, drop some clips, and keep the ball rolling for the few people that support the movement out there. We don't really care, if it's one person in here, that's good for us because that means one person is getting the information, one person is downloading this God talk that we having right now, and that's really what it's about. That's really truly what it's about. But this is
information remains.
Yeah, man. We're gonna make sure we whoop you with this information, guys. We gotta whoop y'all, man, because y'all just a lot of y'all won't do right. So we gotta beat you down with this information.
Yeah, a lot of you guys, man, and it's just bad to see what I see out here, and then men not acting accordingly. So you gotta
tail tucking. That's what they call you, tucking your tail.
Yep.
You're tucking your tail.
Tail tucking, man, and you guys out here, man, placating these women, and then a lot of you guys is like don't really understand how to deal with women, even when you in a, you're trying to be like individuals, but you can't really be who you want to be. It's like the army, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, like you got guys that join the army and then they really can't perform in the army, but they know they can't get up, do the push-ups. They can't do that, but they still want to join. So it's like,
what is it? I mean, I ain't mean to cut y'all, bro, but what does it mean to be the last of a dying breed? What does it mean? I know it's got a lot to do with not saying a lot. Because my grandfather and my dad, they didn't really have to say a whole lot in the household. I know being the last of a dying breed got a lot to do with not saying a lot, and it's got a lot to do with being a man of action. And when you do speak, make your words count and don't go against the things that you already set a foundation for, a boundary for. Don't go against the things that you already set. These lines here that you don't cross. Don't go against that. I know that's got a lot to do with being a last of a dying breed, and I'm just telling you from experience because that's how I am.
Right.
Certain lines you can't let people cross. You know what I mean? And I don't care what setting you're in, whether you're in a public setting or a private setting, and you just have to be able to stand on these things as a man, young men.
Right.
This is what it means to be last of a dying breed, man. I want y'all to really understand it's okay, dog.
Last of a dying breed. If you have to a lot of this is like keeping certain shit, keep a certain mentality, keep a certain mind frame, a certain thought, and just be consistent with that.
Yeah, stay physically fit, stay tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, be able to beat a nigga ass if you need to, dog. I don't care how old you is, man. Be able to beat a nigga that's your age ass. A lot of you guys, y'all don't even do push-ups no more, man. What's wrong with you, dog? You won't even do a push-up. Niggas can't do a push-up.
Fellas, we know, and it's like I shouldn't be able to do. I can still do. I'm 47. I can do 47 push-ups. See what I'm saying? So you should be able to at least do.
This guy's 30 that can't do 10.
This guy's a 30 that can't do 5 or 10. So like,
I heard a comedian say these new niggas got hips and shit.
Yeah, he's out there looking like, you know what I mean?
Like walking behind a nigga, be like, "Hey, little mama," nigga turn around. Oh, damn, nigga, what the fuck? This nigga got hips and shit. What the fuck going on, man? What the fuck going on?
Niggas eating all that damn Walmart chicken, developing motherfucker.
Niggas stupid. The fuck?
You stupid.
Niggas these hormonal meats and shit,
Yeah, man.
Niggas developing out here looking like finesse 4 times out here.
I see a lot of these girls dating them dudes too, man, with these hips and stuff, man.
Yeah. When you seeing that, you already know what it is. The nigga paying like they weigh. If they bad, you know what I'm saying? You got niggas out here, look at your boy, man. They got BBLs and shit. Niggas, got all that fat instead of just working out. You got these celebrities getting BBLs and shit, man. These niggas cutting fat and all that shit. That's a whole nother thing. The man is designed, your body is designed, you could work it out and it'll work for you.
Yeah, but Ivan said some power to accountability, because if guys won't be who they supposed to be, then these women not gonna be who they supposed to be.
Fact.
And it translates in a lot of the health in what you see in relationships. You see a lot of fat couples. Like, you don't see, like, every now and then you might see a healthy guy with a fat woman, or you might see a fat guy with a healthy woman, but you don't really see that a lot in America. You kind of see just heavy couples. Yeah, it gotta be like, it'd be like heavy couples, like y'all don't hold each other accountable. So as a man, that's another thing, man, being able to hold your wife accountable. If you ain't doing the things that you're supposed to do, how you gonna look at yourself as a real dog out here and expect for her to do the things that she's supposed to do as well? So
Right.
Stop being a bitch ass nigga in that sense. Also, fellas,
Yeah.
you're being a real bitch when you don't, take care of your own self.
Right.
Because you can't expect her to do nothing then, dog. You can't expect her to do nothing,
Right.
but get big.
How do you guys, man? One dude came over here, man. You won't believe it. And he came over here, bro. Asked me about services and stuff. It's like, bro, if I'm an entrepreneur, what it is. A lot of you guys will come over here and try to score points with your lady because you broke. And what I mean by that is you trying to get solicit free services and stuff. And knowing that's disrespectful to a man, that say if and I understand that's a tactic of a bum. You see what I'm saying? What that is, that's a threat to me. I'm opposite of a bum. So like, you come to me and then you trying to solicit free services. You see what I mean? In my day and age, you lucky that they handle you different. But it's like, man, that's just these men, the same energy it takes to do that, you can put that energy into trying to make some money. You trying to get out here and ask an entrepreneur for a free service because you're a bum inside of your house. You trying to use me to score points with your wife and shit, man. That's sad, bro. So you guys need to go ahead and get together, man. In my day and age, bro, we would have whooped you, man. You see what I'm saying? I'd have put hands on you like that because you trying me. That's how I look at it. You see what I mean? This is the United States. There's nothing for free.
Yeah.
Remember, we living in a capitalistic society. Ain't nothing out here for free. So when you doing this shit and you in a relationship with your wife and you wonder why, or your girl, you wonder why things is not on the kill. You wonder why you getting them smacks at 3 a.m, just smacking your hands away because you're not. And you would think this is simple, but it's gonna get real rough for you men out here, man.
Yeah. Stop laughing so much and smiling so much too.
Yeah. It's like
a lot of this stuff take practice, man. It take practice, dog. Niggas be laughing and smiling and giggling and joking all the time and shit, man. Sometimes you just gotta practice not smiling and joking in people's faces and shit, dog, to kind of get in a habit of being, being a guy that can be respected on this earth when you walk around.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we talking about it tonight. Me and Constantine, go ahead and smash that like button. We talking about it tonight, man.
Smash that like button. Follow me and Constantine T-Luv. Y'all, all of his followers, follow me and Constantine on YouTube.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out Constantine. We should be streaming. We streaming live to your YouTube right now, Constantine.
Yeah, we streaming. I see what they do. They got one for the YouTube,
brother.
So a lot of the people on Facebook will subscribe on that page.
Yeah, even if y'all on Facebook watching right now, go over to Constantine's YouTube, sub to his YouTube page. If y'all rock with us, y'all know we've been doing this a while. They can't do what we do, so we have to make sure we keep coming through, putting down this information, for the G's out here, for the young G's,
Like,
OGs too, man. They need this information too, man. We see the we see the bullshit that be going on. We hear it, you know,
right.
see it and we hear it, man. So I appreciate my brother for always, being able to come on here and have these intellectual conversations, man,
Yeah.
because y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all too scared. Y'all too pussy to do it. So
Right.
we have to come on here and we have to be
Filtered and unrestricted. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We have to be the kind of like you know, the forecast for this shit, man, because a lot of y'all so pussy whoop, y'all ain't gonna be able to, be able to kind of say this shit with some realness from your heart. You know what I mean?
I've seen a lot, man, and I've just seen like went from like 10 to 2 and a lot of those, as far as the viewers. So it's like the shit is so real, like you might be viewing it and then you might be viewing it with your companion, and now you looking at this, you feel a way, you just get off of the chat or get off of the views.
Hey, I ain't even worried about that because it'll be a clip that'll be so profound. I ain't mean to cut you off, but it'll be a clip so profound from this conversation. It'll have 20,000 views on a YouTube short. So
Right.
I ain't tripping off that, man. People, again, it's only certain people gonna be able to get this information. Certain men gonna be able to get this information and digest it, because that's really who I make content from. The women they watch, excuse me, the women, they'll, a few of them will chime in and watch, but this is not really content for women. You know what I mean? This is really content. My expertise is being a man. So that's why I want to be able to give this information to the young guys and let them know that, hey man, it's okay, man. Be comfortable with the process of how you saw your grandfather and your father if they had backbones, because even some of them didn't have backbone. So I know a lot of you guys don't have like a blueprint or like any type of reference point to go by. But hey, the Uncle OG T-Luv here, the Blakonstantine, he here, we here for y'all.
Yeah.
And again, for the few, let me say that, for the few, you suckers that's just watching just to be watching, again,
Yeah.
y'all watch too. We know y'all watch. We know y'all suckers watch. But the guys, the men that actually want to get this information and want to be able to, boss up and amplify their mindset on how to, stay that masculine man, how to, always be comfortable, being the last of a dying breed. We gonna promote that shit. You heard me? We gonna promote that shit. That's right, dog. We gonna promote that shit.
Another thing too, man. You gotta look at it like this. Even for the women, this is a way for you to understand. So it's for you to understand what you doing, and another way for the young woman to understand how a man should be. So it is for women as well, because
that's absolutely. They're gonna get something
how a
from
man
it.
should be like damn, because like with me, I'm throwback. I'm like what I'm saying, like a futuristic dude from the 90s. Like I updated. So like a lot of my stuff is come from there, but I'm like still 20, 30 at y'all, 2040 at y'all with it, because this stuff is sacred, and this stuff wasn't never, it was meant to be destroyed, but it's not. But it's a way for a person to look and be like, okay, this is how a man should be, far as straight up and giving information. So that way you understand, like if you meet a guy, you gotta have some leadership skills. You gotta be able to verbalize, you gotta be able to put it together. So you shouldn't want to be with a dude who's looking to wash dishes and babysit. You shouldn't be looking for that. You should be looking for a dude that's gonna get out there and fucking get it and be an entrepreneur. If he can't work, he could be an entrepreneur. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
speak for the future, not for the past. So this is a way for like the young G's. This is how you be, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be intelligent out here. and you're gonna have to be sharp and diligent to really be, you know what I'm saying, to be successful in this day and age.
Yep. The last of a dying breed.
Last of a dying breed.
Last of a dying breed. Get your money up so you can be the last of a dying breed.
You don't
All
want
them,
to
all them OGs had property, had some land, they had some money in their hand. Be the last of a dying breed.
Just do
And
it.
some of the dudes, you know what I'm saying, we speak from the guys from the grave, man, the dudes that would have been, you know, the greats from the grave. We the ancestors of them, we the remaining, we the
Oh,
ones,
yeah.
we the ones that's living. So we speaking through the greats, any of the greats you can think of. We speak for the black greats from Tupac, Bob Marley, all the ancestors, Muhammad Ali, any of them, these kind of people that stands, you know, strong men. We speak from them. We speak for them and from them. Because we the present day of that. We represent all the
Yes, sir.
fallen men that would have spoke their mind. So you get you know, all of that. You get like 100 men, 100 great men when me and this man. So think of 100 great men that you know, and
Yes,
that's what we
sir.
the living representation of 100 great dying men, from Marcus Garvey to Martin Luther King.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For all of these great people, that's us in the
Yes,
so
sir. Yes.
you best believe that.
Damn, that was cold right there, boy. That was cold right there.
You best
That was
believe.
that was cold right there. That was cold light right there. I appreciate y'all chiming in, y'all watching tonight. Go ahead and hit that like button if you catching it on the ass end of the podcast. We're gonna go for a little while longer, man, because I can spit this shit all night. I can spit this shit all night. You know what I mean? But me and my partner, we said we wanted to kind of give y'all about an hour on the shows, and you know, if it runs a little longer from time to time, we'll go a little longer. But pause. But um, in the meantime, between time, shit, it's got to be said. The educated nigga, 10. Call me 10. The educated nigga.
Yeah, man, like, I'm the last of a dying breed. I know that. A lot of niggas I know
Yeah, right.
make it.
Yeah,
I
right.
speak for those that make it from my hood. I speak for those, you know what I'm saying, who didn't make it. For guys who got caught up in shit and couldn't make it.
Damn
You
right.
see what I'm saying? And I speak for those niggas know me, you know, who I'm from. Matter of fact, it's to the point where I'm from, a nigga see me, you know what it is when motherfucker remember me. So they gon'
Remember me.
remember me, like your boy Pac said, remember me.
Remember me.
It's like you seeing the second coming of something great. If you ever see me back in that. So what you seeing is what we, you know, these are years of living in urban areas and able to find your way out of these situations. That's another part of being the last for dying breed because I see only a few made it out and made it out of that area where they could live a lavish life or live a great life. You see what I'm saying? So like that's I only seen a couple of dudes do that. Just a couple, just maybe a handful. So
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't a lot. Ain't a lot. Ain't a lot. Ain't a lot. I'm glad I got opportunity to see some real.
yeah, ain't a lot, man. When you leave out, you know what I'm saying? Ain't a lot, you know, to get to this point, to have, you know, jewelry and have nice cars and homes and cars and have the ability to do things. And it's only starting, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So when you understand, I still feel that pain. You know what I'm saying? I still feel the pain because I lived in it. You see what I'm saying? So that will motivate you. So when you come, that's the great thing about it is when you come out of a situation from an impoverished situation or like an area where you thrived in a impoverished situation, you're able to get out of that. What that means is you can survive anywhere. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that means because you've made it out of that because so many haven't. So you have to keep that mindset as a young man when you do make it out. When you striving to make it out, and living in America, you don't have to be. A lot of men are afraid to take chances. They may not have family in areas. They may, but
Gotta
even
take those risks. Gotta take those risks, guys.
you gotta take risks, man. You might have to move to an area. You might have to just find yourself. We done that. I
Be
met him
bold.
when we was both on the journey. You know what I'm saying? In different states and stuff like that. Making it happen, hustling and shit, and maybe
Facts.
other circumstances.
You gotta
So
be bold.
gotta be robbing niggas and selling drugs to make it out of the situation, bro. It's like a lot of legal hustles. You got to have a mind. We were fortunate that when we came into a situation here where we were able to like get into these businesses and do things and get into sales. You see what I'm saying? So that's a thing where if you got some skills you can sell, you can always it'll take you to another level. That's how I was able to like get myself to another level with sales. And I talk about drug sales. We did that also.
Important part of that too. Not to cut your wisdom, but creating a life. Like you said it. Said it. Don't be afraid to create a life for yourself that you can be proud of. It don't take a lady to do that. You guys gotta understand that. Don't be afraid to create a life that you are proud of without anybody there beside you on the journey, because once you create the type of life that you are proud of, there will be plenty of people right there wanting to be on the ride with you. So that's what men have to understand as well, dog. Just do your thing, build yourself to the best version of yourself, the highest of the highest. Then you will have leverage, you will have options. You will be able to the old how you want to at that point, dog. It won't be an issue for you. But a lot of y'all have such a scarcity mindset. There's no abundance there to where when you get one little piece of kitty cat, you stop focusing and locking in on your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, and the things that you should be doing for yourself. It is okay to be selfish. You live in America. You will never have anything of any type of substance, whether it's, I'm talking about physical, spiritual, mental, or financial, if you don't lock in, my niggas. Understand that, man. Don't have me speaking to the air. Understand what I'm saying. It's okay to be selfish. Somewhere in society, they told you that you needed to focus on building a family. And I'm not knocking the guys that have families out there, but I see what it takes from you building greater when you get a family before you possess the things that you should have. Check. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. You got to get it first before you try to cohabitate and try to do all of this other bullshit and play house and all this shit. That is some bullshit. That is some bullshit they told us.
Yeah.
Because
It
most of
is.
our people came out of a slave mentality and came out of a European mindset as far as what they deem how families should look. But all know
Your
as
headphones, bro.
can you hear me?
There you go. There you go.
We all know as Aboriginal people, we are more of a tribal people. We did not have the same structure and construct like the wheat man. So we already knew that, And as a black man, I gotta say that too. That's another part of being the last of a dying breed, understanding your nature. Stop acting like you don't want to knock shit down. And I had a nigga so stupid on YouTube. So what you trying to say, dog? You trying to say guys shouldn't get right, shouldn't get married if they still have a desire to sleep with multiple women? You saying it's yeah, stupid. And there's nothing wrong with having a desire as a man. Who in the hell told you that there's something wrong with having a desire for multiple women? Who
Well, you
told
don't have to. Well, the thing is, he's confused. He's
Yeah, the
confused.
nigga confused, dog.
Yeah, you can basically. So if you're gonna do it an American way, I don't suggest you basically try to live a lifestyle like far as an American marriage or a Western marriage when you signing contracts. So that's where you don't need to, you can't at that point do that. So, keep in mind, like if I was to do that, like get a legal American marriage, I would have to pretty much forego half of my personality. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do it because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'll have to marry a woman under contracts. And then that way that says, well, she could get me for infidelity and all these other things that they come up with, these words and stuff. So it's like, hey, like he said, I'm a black man. And how I see it is like, hey, these women is for me as much as I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it that way.
Facts, my brother.
My woman,
Facts.
I'm gonna get them if I want it. That's what it is. This world is mine. If I want shit, if I want a different woman, so be it. If I, you know what I'm saying, if she's willing to give herself to me. And that's why I was like, why would I do that if I'm signing a contract? I can't do those things. So that's why people don't look at it like that. They don't think about that. They just go into it and like you said, the brainwashing and making you feel you less of a man if you don't sign a contract, which is a marriage. So
Facts. Man, great show, my brother. Great show, my brother.
I still didn't have the background. Yeah, the background. All right.
Man, this has been a good one. This has been one for the books. What time is it? Eastern time. Almost like
8:46 Eastern.
a quarter to 9. Still good time. If y'all want to go out and go get y'all some cheap vodka and smoke some Babbage ass trees, y'all still got time to do that.
Yeah, you want to extend it a little bit. That's up to you. I don't know how you want to run it, but
I thought I had a couple of clips in here, man. I was talking to you about the gold situation that was going on. How many of y'all up on the gold right now? Do y'all know that gold is going through the freaking roof right now? Gold is like almost $5,000 an ounce. It hasn't been that high. Like it was like 6,000. Like no, back in the 80s, I think they said it was up to about 6,000. I think it was maybe Reagan era. It was some tomfoolery that was going on, but this is something that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Are you going to move that forecast now?
Well, I probably will. I mean, candidly, it would not surprise me, not even a little bit, to see $10,000 gold before the end of 2026. I think we will. I like to be conservative in my written forecast because it's good to be right. But $5,000 is within reach. But $10,000 would just come as no surprise for gold. But
So he talk about he think he can go up to 10,000 an ounce.
People. Gold is $5,000 an ounce. This white man just said he think the gold could go to 10,000 an ounce, and it's going up every day, like 150, 100. Like it's crazy, dog. Silver at all-time high. So all I'm saying is this is not financial advice, but if you have any physical metal, you might want to hold on to it and just watch it. That's at least I can do to give you a little something. I had a couple other clips, but I didn't even get a chance to update them. But yeah, that gold is something serious, boy. You know how I am about that gold. You know how I am about that gold, dog. I know how you is about it too. So so y'all look out for that. If you got a gold stock, maybe you want to try to diversify something. Get you a couple of miners, just diversify it a little bit. I don't know. Now again, not financial advice, but gold is almost $5,000 an ounce. And
Or just go buy you some gold and sit on it.
Just go buy it and sit on it because I'm almost willing to bet if you can get you some bars right now, find you somebody and get you some bars.
Yeah.
you'll be doing good. Because if it
Yeah.
even if it doubles like he says it will, and listen, it's not me saying it.
I was gonna say,
Listen,
are you gonna move that forecast now?
Well, I probably will. I mean, candidly, it would not surprise me, not even a little bit, to see $10,000 gold before the end of 2026. I think we will. Like, I like to be conservative in my written forecast because
Wow.
it's good to be
Yeah.
right. But yeah, but $5,000 is within reach. But $10,000 would just come as no surprise for.
did that report a couple of weeks ago, and it's already at $5,000. It was probably like $4,000 when he did that report. So yeah, just wanted to throw that one in there. Um, it's been a good show, man. Learn about finances, guys. Learn about investing in yourself.
Right.
Learn about it. You know, last of a dying breed. Have something for yourself. You can't bless nobody or be no blessing to nobody else if you're not selfish and you ain't got your ish together. I guess I'm kind of bringing my final thoughts on this topic, rounding it off, Constantine. But that's really some of my final thoughts. If you're not selfish and you're not able to build yourself up to a certain level, you will never be able to help anyone honestly. Did you hear what I said? You would
Right.
never be able to help anybody honestly. You'll be thinking about what you did for 'em. If you ain't built yourself up to the level of the type of person that you
Yep.
do is automatic. It's just a benefit of your life and them being around yourself. Build yourself up, man, to the type of life where the people that you interact with and come around you, they benefit just off of you being who you are, no strings attached. And you can cut losses easier that way. You heard me? You can cut losses easier that way when you pay the cost to be the boss. Last of a dying breed. You got some final thoughts, Constantine? We
Yeah.
cooking up niggas tonight. We cooking.
Yep. Like you said, man, free yourself. And the only way you can free yourself is not through politics or through religion. Freeing yourself is being financially astute. You know what I'm saying? Financially astute. I mean, being upright. You know what I mean? If I were to say you would have to be mixed, mix yourself or be a Loch monster out here. Be what you do, but don't do crimes on people. Don't beat up people and rob people. Don't do that. Because I know a lot of you guys may be on the brink of wanting to stick somebody up, but I ain't the way to do it because you can lose your life that way. So you want to try to. There's a lot of ways to get it, man. Just think about what you skilled in and what you like to do, put efforts on it, and then things will happen. But don't
Fact.
rob nobody. Don't do nothing wrong. Don't scam people. Because what happens is this world spins on the 360. So that's how I believe, you know what I'm saying? So that whatever you do while it's spinning, it's going to spin back to you. So whether you spinning good or you spinning bad, it's all going to come back. That's how it is, you know. I know from experience. So that's why I say put good energy out there. Good energy will come. You know, just gotta be patient. A lot of you young people think this is a microwave society where everything is like the internet. Well, the internet is the internet. Reality, and reality. Life can happen for you in a good way, but 9 times out of 10 is not gonna happen for you if you don't put the time in, have patience. So that's what I had to learn as a young dude, because you want it, you just be aggressive and you just be wanting it now. Turn that into ambition. That's just, when you want it like that, that's part of being ambitious. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't you still be ambitious, but be patient and ambitious. Like you can be ambitious, but knowing to be patient with the ambition and then the outcome. You see what I'm saying? That's what I had to learn because I'm a very ambitious dude, but that's how you want it now. In my time, I may have done things to people that I shouldn't have done because I wanted it now. See what I'm saying? And you don't want to harm anybody because you want it now. You might see that motherfucker with that on or whatever. You don't want to do that because again, that's going to come back to you in some way, shape, or form. You might catch a big lick. You might do something to somebody, have that, get a big lick, and then you may lose it trying to do something with it because you didn't get it honestly. So try to just do shit honest and be patient.
Man. And on that note, me and Constantine, we about to go ahead and get out of here. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, doing what we do. All y'all broke.
Don't play with
They
them.
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really
All you broke
fine,
ass.
but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hey man, we about to get on up out of here, man. T-Luv Talk Podcast. Y'all check us out on the weekends. We going in. If it ain't masculine, it ain't right, dog. Nature is inspired by masculinity. We about to jump up out this piece. Appreciate everybody chiming in. Everybody watched the show from beginning to end. Ivan Howard, much love, my brother. Thank you for watching the show from beginning to end. We see you. We appreciate you. All our fans out there, all the people that's been with us, staying with us. We gonna be here. We ain't going nowhere. Blakonstantine T-Luv Talk. We about this thing, y'all. Peace. Yo, check it out, dog. Yeah. Well, ain't nobody podcast really rocking like this one. Yours truly, Mr. T-Luv Talk Podcast.